right now the focus is not a medal, it's a bell. That's the big sought-after trophy, and we will have a new champ in the women's event this year. Katie Simmons will be taking on Isabella Nichols, who semi-finaled here last year. Bit of competitive history between these two. Katie Simmons, because Katie's positioned nicely at the top end of the rankings at the moment.
Yeah, you know, when I think about Isabella and her strength, she's got this big forehand wrap, this big front side slice that she does so well, as we watch the replay here of Katie Simmons just hacking into that first lip and really getting some nice tail release off that one. And I think that was the 4.67, so pretty much a single manoeuvre. 80 comes into play with her advantage, and you know, it sort of has that similar vibe down to San Diego, this sort of onshore conditions. But here we go, we're up and running.
Simmons up on what will be her second ride, already has a 4.67 to her name, and she's off this one.
Score.
Isabella now is going to get an opportunity to fight back. We'll get into a deeper conversation about their strengths and how they might go about overcoming each other in just a moment. But right now we'll focus on this ride. Nice drawn out carve, the first major turn of this ride so far, and lines up a clean finish here. Hangs on.
Nice.
Solid stuff. You really want to make that end section count. It's
that you can put on the wave as you watch Isabella here. So this is that front side wrap that I was telling you about. She's got so many variations of it, but in it, when you look at it, you know, in silo, it is just that one turn that she does so well. Gets the really nice final hit off this closeout section, drives off the bottom, and watch this big wrap here. So she brings it all the way around and then gets this beautiful tail release right at the end moment there. And then gets that weight transferred back onto the front foot, swings the board around again. So really nice fluidity to this wave here between the manoeuvres. She lines up this final section, prepares for it, eyes it off, and then almost vertical. Gets the tail release again, and then a tricky section to navigate here. Turbulent water behind her. She gets incredibly low. Now what that does is just, it makes her a little small target for all that whitewash behind her. Just the variety, and that's what this lady brings to the table.
Caitlin Simmers, she's going to be playing catch-up now. 6.83 on that last ride for Isabella and Katie. Big combo. So already throwing a couple of huge individual turns. Just the wave had a better pace to it, but you know, look at Katie in attack mode here.
Yeah, a lot of speed, and just it's what I was talking about, the unpredictability of what she's actually going to do. It's a raw approach. So watch the slow-mo here. Steadies the bottom turn, drags that backhand, hits that crumbly lip here, and sort of shimmies off it, gets a little bit of a weightless moment there. Did well to keep control.
In slow-mo, you could kind of see that the lip was kind of capping above a piece of chop. So
technical ability to just see what we can do to improve on a wave is insane, and even with equipment, stuff like that. So every year I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I really haven't been able to like show my proper surfing yet, but I know it'll come around, and right now I'm making heat, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and also it has been pretty scrappy, so you know, it's so difficult to actually pick the right waves, even for the best. We've seen so many upsets, even the locals going out. India Robinson this morning. Carolyn Marks next heat, so we've got, you know, the two informed goofy footers coming up against each other.
It's allowed Isabella to kind of gain the lead and also some momentum here with some falls on that end section.
Wow.
But that could be a real turning point moment. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And
wow, that was a huge mistake. Opportunity lost here as we see Katie Simmers up and riding.
Smooth cutback to get started. And now drives up into the section. Nice hooking turn. Fully committed here. 5 minutes to go. Not in need of a massive number, but needs to finish this one off. Doesn't push it too hard there. Wants to save some speed down the line for this. Layback jam still going on this one. The wave stretched out beautifully.
Yep.
And Tommy Whitaker puts his hands together. But Katie Simmers, you know, she is the benefactor of obviously Isabella falling, but this second wave a little more groomed. She read it so well.
She did. Some nice open face turns here. A little cut down again. A little bit of interesting, you know, something new that the judges perhaps haven't seen before. Gets that little layback hack, but there's more. Gets this final hit. So that combination there alone, really, really smooth. Great flow between those turns. Watch this little sort of cut down check turn. She cuts it off there because she knows there's more down the line. Didn't want the wave to run off. Bangs that little foamy section, keeping the nose of the board, pointing down the line. Didn't overcommit to that turn because she needed to get to this one here. There was strength in that turn. Look at her power through it. Throwing tons of spray. Resets that inside rail. Up and through the lip again. And, well, up until that point, it was Isabella who was surfing the percentage plays.
Keep it clean and you'll get rewarded for it. Isabella Nichols really dropped the ball, Rich, on her previous wave, falling. And Katie Simmers is likely going to make her pay for it here.
This is not over.
Not over at all. And Isabella, she might have found one here. She doesn't overcommit to the first turn, knows that there's a better section down the line, likes the feel of that one, looks up at the panel.
Good two-turn combination. Was it a 6-2-7? There was power in the second. Let's have a look at it. Smooth-looking wave here. So that first turn, you're right, she cut it a little bit short, but this second one, bang, hammers that one. Oh. Lots of power.
Isabella Nichols falling painfully short in what was such a crucial heat for her, but also for Caitlin Simmers to maintain her place at the top end of the rankings. A very important heat win, and she is through to the quarterfinals.